Fantastic. Well, I finally made it.
You made it. Woo! Let's give it up
Right on.
for Oh, so
I see you
Josie,
have a couple of people on there. Very cool.
yeah, we're all waiting for you. Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, that's awesome. I see a lot of talent on there.
Yeah. Do you know Jay Bombay? That name, everybody's name is fire. Do you know Jay Bombay? Do you know Death on the Phono?
I've saw some of them on my feed, but I haven't been on IG because I've been trying to prepare for your event, and
Okay. We're
I've
getting
been
new
laying
joints.
low
Wait,
for
what did
it.
you say?
I've been preparing for your event, so I've been kind of low key on the whole IG stuff.
I'm honored. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah,
Okay, so we're gonna get
yeah.
some new fire.
I hope so. Fingers
No,
crossed.
no. No, so tell me about, I mean, let's just, I already kind of prefaced them, but can you speak a little bit more about how you got started in this? You know, and you could go into as much detail as you want, but like, how did you get started in this? Because you got started as a teenager, right?
100%. I was a teenager when I started working on music and hip hop. I came from a background where hip hop was very prominent and very inspiring time in hip hop. And I was fortunate enough to have good teachers to
Mm,
help me in my teenage years to understand not only production but sound, as well.
mm,
So I come from Brooklyn, Bushwick, it was
okay.
a tough environment at that time. And I'm a product of hip hop, at that time, and I think that through time I've evolved into all kinds of different music as well. I work with a lot of known hip hop artists like MOP, did some stuff with Mary J. Um,
Wow.
and more recent in the later years, I did like most of the demos work for SZA. So in
SZA.
some, yeah.
Wow.
So I worked with her actually on a lot of her demo work on the first album she dropped.
Wow.
We did a lot of the recordings that I did are actually on that album,
Wow.
which is bizarre, but definitely my background has been hip hop. Now I've changed it a bit more and, kind of brought in Latin music, just more underground music, and just a lot of experimental stuff I'm doing right now.
And what
It's
was that? And what was that? That transition coming up where you like what type of things do you listen to? You mentioned hip hop, but I can imagine that's not the only thing that influenced you.
no, because I mean, I see growing up like Latin, of course, you're
Mm-hmm.
influenced by a lot of Latin artists. Hector Lavoe is a guy that his music always has messages. So I always gravitated to artists that like Kendrick. When you look at Kendrick, he teaches through music, and Hector Lavoe is the Spanish version. I mean, he's a legend, of
Mm,
that. So we had salsa, we had merengue, we had hip hop, we had freestyle music. So all those influences are part of my music now. I would certainly hope so, and I hope it evolves into something that touches people. Is the
now,
idea.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Now, so now, like how would you describe your music now? You were telling me it's like deep house techno. Like you had a certain title to it. No.
Yeah, I think like I would certainly like to think that it's more tribal, and
Right.
but I'm learning that people are saying it's not, that it might just be, deep house and minimal techno.
Okay.
So I'm okay with that because I'm not big on titles. I'm
Right.
fine with that. But as
Right.
long as you're listening to is cool. But I think at this stage of my life, I took time off just to solely work on music for the last year.
Mm,
And I went through a lot of, I think, emotional things with it because I think that once you commit to doing something, and that's all you're doing, it could be an emotional thing or draining on your spirit, and I think that the music that came from that
hmm
just for me felt tribal because it was like a release of energy for so many years of doing things that you particularly creatively don't want to do as you're
hmm
growing. But
And,
I'm not sure what to call it right now. I just, that's why I'm excited to do your event so I get to play it and get people's reactions and see what they think, So I'm gonna leave it as to what people wanna interpret it as.
yeah, no, I love it. I love it. I'm into no labels as well. Now, going back to what you were saying about creatively doing things that you didn't want to do, was that around like engineering for folks, or was that around, what was that around?
I think engineering for people was my school. Like most
Mm-hmm.
people would go to school and learn how to be engineers and producers, and I was fortunate enough to have an early start where uh, sitting in as an intern and assistant engineer was my school where I had to learn, how hip hop sounds, the sound of hip hop, how do you make hip hop, how do you make dance music, all these things. And you're learning them at such a young age that it's overwhelming. So when you get to an age where you're grown and you're looking back
Mm-hmm.
at your life, you're like, well, am I really doing what I want to do now from all this schooling that I had?
Right.
It's not like in school, you have 4 years, you're done. They tell
Right.
you you're, but you're not, I'm not in school. I'm my own graduate. It's like, when did you graduate? So
Right.
graduating to me was that coming of age, like, wait a minute, this is what you're doing at this age. Is this really the type of music you want to do? Is this the type of thing you want to do? You've graduated.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that's what, for me, saying doing things that you particularly is not what you think your life would be with music.
Mm.
So I feel like now it's like I'm tapping into my freedom of what
Mm.
I want to interpret for music, who I want to work with, and it's a difficult thing, but it's beautiful because it's like you feel so free, and I hope that people are inspired by that, because when I see some of the stuff on IG, I'm super inspired myself. I'm like, wow, so I guess that's my story from that place. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell me how Pretty Hybrid came about.
Pretty hybrid is I was
Ah.
trying to come up with a concept of like, okay, I'm in the studio, I'm creating music, I'm an introvert, I get it, I get very nervous doing shows and things like that. How can I create something that's like a mixture of me being in the studio and presenting it to people in
Mm.
a quiet way? So I said,
Quiet.
if I get it quietly, it's like, okay, I'm doing a show, but I'm not here. You can't see me, like sort of like the Simpsons show where the guy's walking on the wall and no one can see him, but he's actually there. You know,
Okay.
be- so I figured that just using a lot of controllers, they're very colorful, and just doing some weird, like, knob kind of stuff would be a hybrid kind of thing where people would just focus on maybe the gear and not anything else. So, and how do I DJ at the same time? So I had a
Mm.
partner of mine who's very creative. My partner Ozzy, she was one of the first black models in Indonesia. She's credited
Wow.
for that. Yeah. So we're both kind of like into fashion stuff like that as well, and music. So I was like, okay, she's bringing the fashion side, the video production side to the table. Why don't we put together that uh, fashion and video into music together? And that's how Pretty Hybrid came about. It was like these two things, like fashion, art, and crazy controllerism together and play out, and be DJs and do what we do. So that was the concept behind Pretty Hybrid. That
Wow.
actually came behind, that actually happened because I have a Latin band that's an electronic Latin band, and we do like electronic merengue music,
Mm.
like mambo.
Mm.
And that came in that as well. It's like, you know what, let me pause this Latin stuff for a minute and let me work on this project,
Yeah.
And that ended up consuming, I think, my decision. That sealed my decision and like where I want to go with music.
Got you. And
The Pretty
what?
Hybrid project. Yeah.
When was Pretty Hybrid born? Like when did that start? When did you
I
form
think
that?
we've been doing that now for over 4 years.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so we DJ out and we'll do live, it depends. Sometimes you just DJ,
Mm-hmm.
because certain clubs is too small, you can't what you want to do. But I think like when we do the hybrid stuff, it's pretty cool because she'll get the DJ and then I'll just do the live production or remixing
Mm-hmm.
as that happens. So that's been 4 years in it, and I think having production, which is what I'm doing now, helps that project
Mm.
because people know it's like great, they're DJing, like everybody's a DJ kind of thing, but it's not that type of thing for us, It's like DJing with live remixing at the same time.
Mm.
But also, I think you have to have production for people to come out, you know,
Yeah.
and be involved in it. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the controllers you're using? Because I know you're trying to figure out. You posted that picture earlier in the week. You're trying to figure out what you're going to bring to the show, what you're going to use. I know you have a ton of gear.
I wasn't sure what like your event would be like. I'm like, okay, so no, you told me what it was about, but I was like, what should you do now that you've been working? Should you like just play a live set, or like what should you? I'm still confused about it. Don't get me wrong.
Wait a minute. What are you confused about? Can I clear this up?
I just think like when you're presenting like music live and you want to play some of it, it's like, you know, it's like how do you present it in a way that feels good and it looks good at the same time? So it's like the creative being in you, you know.
Yeah.
But for now, I decided I said Agatha likes you know, I know you went to the last gig that you helped me with at I forgot their names.
Me?
Father's BK, I think it was the event.
Yeah, Father Knows Best. That was Nothing New and In Plain Sight. Shout out to Nothing New.
Yes, and I had a cool time actually performing with them. But on that event, I brought my two F1s, my X1 by Native Instruments, and my Novation Launchpad.
Okay.
So you were like, well, why don't you bring that? So I said, I'll bring it to this event. Like I'll bring my three controllers by Native Instruments and my Launchpad.
I love it.
So, because I almost brought my bass, and I was like, you're crazy, like, you know.
Wait a minute. You're gonna bring your bass?
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. This is gonna be like the simplest performance ever.
I'm bring congas. You play conga, right?
What was that? I'm gonna keep it very simple because my brain is like it gets an overdrive and my brain gets in my own way. Okay. You know, but I'm excited. I'm excited to play there. Because I also see you have like really cool like other female performers that I'm looking forward to checking out.
Yeah.
Primitive Heart. You know.
A Primitive Heart, and we have V Notes.
Yeah.
Event. But yeah, no, it's all, you know, I like bringing together eclectic mix of folks who are just killing it at what they're doing. So yeah.
Yeah, seeing some of their stuff, they're amazing. Like I'm like looking forward to see them perform as well. I'm like I'm there just to check out the show, you know. So I'm about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of a vibe, like a hang. You know what I mean? It's gonna be intimate, but like casual, you know. But always good vibrations.
Yes. I think we have a couple of people on here.
Okay, let's check out. Let's see who. You're funny, Josie. Let's see who this is. I see Raketti. Hey, Raketti. Shout out to Raketti. She's an amazing songwriter. She works with producer Renos. She has an amazing single. They're dropping this summer. A Shade of Purple. These names are fire. Scorpio 16. Hey, Scorpio 16. They call me Brig. Hey. Scorpio 16 says peace. My head's like super twisted, but it's all right. I'm working it out. Laugh, smile, hello. Hey, how are you? He was amazing. Like I said, they're chatting. Adam Kresniak. Hey, Adam. Rad City. I just discovered Rad City today. I don't know why I just discovered her. She's ill. Amazing producer. She has some really cool remixes on her page. Jeremy Hughes. GMA 16. Hey. Ella Bricks, the legend. Amazing. Grammy Award winner. Latin Grammys. Woo. Ella Brick. Yes. All badass women. Thank you so much.
Yes.
RD. I can't pronounce it. RD Wyanto. I tried. Hey. So let's keep chatting, Josie. I know we just said a couple minutes, but let's just chat. What questions do I have for you? So many questions, Josie. So what do you or I should say, where do you see yourself like moving from here? Like from this stage of where you're at in your career?
I think, you know, I just opened a label this year, and we put out 2 singles, and we're putting out the next one. It's going to be August the 31st. I mean, 31st of this month, and it's called Terra Ignora, which just means discovered unknown land, on it. So that will drop. So my focus, I think, for the summer will be to try to get more live gigs and work on the record label. But my life journey, I think, is I want to leave saying something when I leave, and if I can inspire and teach through my journey other people, that I think would be my ultimate goal, in general. And I strive for that. I really do. Like that's dear to my heart. Like that's my main thing. Like how to do that, through
That's
music.
awesome. I love it. No, I love it. Yeah, I'm trying to think. What else? Do you want to shout anybody out? Do you want to,
No, I just hope that everyone comes out. Like I'm super excited about the show. You know what I'm saying? And I get nervous during the show, so bear with the nervous me. But I'm just super excited about it. You know what I would like to see? What I would like to see that I haven't seen a lot of is like I get all these events that are put together by male performers that are doing like all this crazy. I would love like a bill with just awesome women like that.
Okay.
Not to exclude the men, because I work with a lot of talented men. Don't get me wrong, men. We need the support. Yeah. But just a female bill like that, like a whole summer tour of females that are doing.
Tour.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
you're talking about, you want to take this on the road, is what you're saying?
Yeah, why not? There's like female dope that are doing that, and like all different styles of music, but female based. Like you see it mainly with the guys.
Yeah.
I would like for that to be like a summer thing. Like, let's put a bill of like fly girls that are doing just awesome stuff and play out in different places. I think that exposure would be super cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I like about the Creator Suite, that the younger women that are coming in the game have a place where they can go, and it's like a safe haven where people can help them, where they can network with women that have been in the business, and you have tools to help you network and make a living in music.
Right.
And that's why the Creator Suite, I think, is unique in that way. Where else do you have that? No, I big it up 100%. And I tell it, I say it out loud,
I appreciate that.
You should be commended for that. And I will support the Creator Suite in anything, and I think everyone should.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. For sure. I mean, I'll receive that. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna go with it.
100%. Yeah.
Thank you, Josie.
So yeah, the women that wanna just like try to like get together and vibe, I'm open for it. Like, let's do it. Let's try to set something up, because I see like a lot of the men that are on that bill is just dudes. It's like, it's great and they're doing amazing stuff. But us women, we can do it as well, So let's do it, for sure.
100%. Hashtag we are the power, Nobody's going to do it for us.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what we're here. So Josie, I think this is our time.
Yes,
indeed. It was amazing. It's always amazing talking to you. And I'm excited to have you be a part of and bless the Creator Suite on Tuesday. So everybody, please come out. DM Josie if you want to go on tour with her this summer. She's putting something together. And make sure you pick up your ticket because they're going, and it's an intimate environment. It's going to be really dope, but it's small. So come through, but you got to get your ticket because there are no sales at the door. So, yeah. Hit the link in the bio and follow Josie. Follow Pretty Hybrid.
Thank
Josie,
you.
Tell us really quick. What's that? Al Mosquito. What did I download this morning? It's fire.
That was the single we just dropped 2 months ago. It's called A las Guida, and it means to dance. Yes.
Sorry, say that again. I'm talking over you. Say that again.
A las Guida. A las Guida.
It means
to dance.
To dance. Yeah. Please, everybody go download that, stream it on all streaming platforms. Fire.
Yeah, and it's on Pretty Hybrid. Like, check us out. We're prettyhybrid.club is our website. And on there, you'll see the event that we're doing. It'll come up, the event, and then you just hit the enter behind it, and you guys can learn a lot about what we're doing as well.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. So, thank you so much, Josie. Pretty Hybrid.
Pleasure. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Like, show love.